Plus you're putting more pressure on. The only thing is I didn't feel it until like the second or third shot. I didn't really feel it at the first shot, okay? The first shot, just kind of got it back, right? So what I would like to see is even on that first shot, move forward and already be putting pressure, right? Moving into the court. Because then that makes me have to change what I'm already doing, right? It doesn't allow me time to get comfortable. Came in that a couple times, that was good. Did some deep shots to the backhand on my feet, that was good. I noticed I didn't really see very many slices in there. I think there could have been some use of slice. What could you have done even better?
I think I still could have kicked that more and still just applied pressure more.
Hit the balls, you feel like you stepped into it majority of the time, half the time, or just part of the time?
I'd say majority. I definitely like stepped into it more and I was being more aggressive in the last couple games.
Good, good. Grab some water, let's pick up the balls. After the fifth ball, I want you to open up the court. But I want you to open up the court with the intent of putting pressure on you, right? So that means after you hit 5 clean balls down the middle, you're going to take that next ball and try to really push me off the court, right? Open up the court, push me off. And I want you to feel like you're dictating the point. That's your goal. Good try. Your energy behind that ball. Loose and just let it fly, okay? Here we go. Come into the court, go. Good. That's the idea. Let's go. Yes. Yes. Come on, keep going. Okay, now why don't you hit that when we're playing? Here. It's up here. Alright, I'm going to hit him a little bit faster at you. I want you to keep that same feel. Ready? This time though, I want you to take down the line, then cross forward. Right? Go. Cross forward. Down the line. Cross forward. Down the line. Cross forward. Down the line. Cross forward. Alright, alright. Alright, you make sure what you have to start every shot. Back on split step, right? So you're going to move through, boom, back on split step. So we're not just going to hit and stay. Alright, now we're going back into our position. Good. Alright. Alright. Nice, let's go. Beautiful. Yes. Let that racket fly. Wow. I like that. You don't miss. I like it. Let it go. Come on. Push. Nice. One more. Nice. the ball and coming across it, coming around it, right? What that's doing is you're creating a side spin on the ball, right? So I had you go wide because it's harder to do that going wide, right? You have to come through the ball. You see the difference in the amount of speed and the amount of penetration through the court on the wide ball versus the tee? Okay. So I want you to now hit down the tee and try to make that same kind of ball that you were hitting wide, right? Because when you're around it, there we go, much better. I'll try to get a little bit faster racket hit speed through that ball. There we go. Nice. Look at that. Nice. There we go. When you make contact, you just drop your head, right? So we want to keep our head up until we make contact, then come through. Okay? Here we go. Nice. Good. Nice. Good one. Nice. Awesome. All right. Take a breather. You have a tendency to take that toss, right? We come here, and it's back here, right? So what happens is you're almost hitting like a second serve, right? You're almost hitting top spin. With the first serve, right, you want to generate that energy through the ball, coming in, getting ready for that next shot. Okay. Now, what do you think would happen if you started hitting wide? Because normally that wide serve on this side, on the ad side, is going to go to your opponent's backhand, right? And that wide serve, I mean, you saw where that hit, right? The further you hit out wide, the further that brings out to the fence. It's going to take your opponent all the way over there, and I can guarantee a lot of those serves would probably have been aces, right? Because it's on the weak side, on the backhand side. Down the tee is typically going to be the forehand. So even if it's effective and they get the ball back, positioning-wise, it doesn't give you a lot of options for that next shot, right? Because if I'm hitting that serve down the tee, now, I mean, they're pretty much covering the middle of the court. But if I take it wide, I have the whole court, right? So not only can I go back behind them, wrong foot them, I can go cross court, I can go down the middle, right? It's going to be a much more difficult shot. So here's what I want to do. We're going to do 10 balls. First, we're going to go wide, then we're going to go down the tee. We're going to see how many balls you make out of 10. Okay? We're starting going wide. Call that one. 2 for 2. 2 out of 2. Out of 4. Try to take it wider. 4 out of 5. 5 out of 6. 5 out of 7. 6 out of 8. 6 out of 9. Okay. All right, so 7 out of 10. So now when you're playing your match, I want you to think about using a combination of those two serves. Right? Not just do down the tee. It gets predictable. Go down the tee and then go wide. All right, Raja. Good job today. So what were your kind of main takeaways from today's session?
I'd say on my forehand, I'm capable of like putting a lot of pressure on my opponent and just stepping in and taking advantage.
Okay.
And on my serve, I'm able to hit like more variety, and like I have a pretty good out wide serve, like also with my tee serve. So when I'm playing my matches, I can just mix it up and keep the opponent guessing.
Okay.
With the forehand, would you say it's more physical or mental at this point, as far as how much pace you're able to generate on the forehand and how aggressive you can be with your shot?
I'd say mental. Like I've learned the technique of the forehand pretty much, and like now it's just in my matches, like confidence and just belief, and just it's mostly mental with my forehand now.
How do you think you're going to get that belief?
Just keep practicing and knowing that I'm capable of controlling the point with my forehand.
And maybe you have to let it rip every now and then in the match too.
Yeah.
Just go for it.
So remember, we gotta be comfortable with being uncomfortable. I've said that 1,000 times, but it's very, very important, right? Be comfortable with being uncomfortable, because what happens is it becomes something that you're used to, right? And then you can challenge yourself, because again, those shots you were hitting were great, but we can go even much further, right? But it's a progression. So we got to get confident with that shot, knowing we can hit that way, so then we can work on the next level, right? But if we're not confident at this level, how are we possibly going to get to this level? When you were hitting the shots you were hitting, as hard as you were hitting them, do you think you were thinking about all that stuff, or do you think you weren't thinking at all?
I wasn't thinking that.
Exactly. That's what I want you to get to. You're not thinking. You don't have time to think, right? You're doing. You're taking action. If you're confident and know that I can hit through the ball, right? I can hit through the ball. I'm not thinking about where my feet. I'm not thinking about where my contact point is. I'm just setting myself up and I'm striking, right? And so that's where I want you to get to mentally. So we got to clear what's in our head, clear that voice, and just go after it, right? And again, get to that point to where it's okay to lose. Part of the game, right? The top players only win 50% of the time. Everybody loses in tennis. It's a losing sport. That's what's so difficult about it. But that's also what makes tennis players some of the best athletes in the world. Are you going to be the best athlete in the world, Josh? Yeah. Are you going to be the best athlete in the world?
Yes.
Why?
Because I'm confident and I'm out here like practicing almost every day.
Mm-hmm.
Just putting in the work.
Yeah. Last two questions, Charlie. Where did you get that hat? And question number two, what do you think the temperature is out here right now?
So the hat I found online on Amazon. I was looking for an Adidas hat that had a beanie built in, and they have something similar, but it was out of stock. And I happened to find this one, and this would be perfect. And I'll just show you. It's
Nice.
and it's got to be like 45 degrees right now. At least it feels that way. My hand